Hello everyone and welcome to Sweaty Thumbsticks. My name's MJ and today we're predicting the League of E.V.I.L character cards from the new Hearthstone expansion, Rise of Shadows. So I've created 4 custom cards for the remaining characters to be shown, yet to be shown I should say, and let's start with Heist Baron Togwaggle. My version here keeps the same stats as the previous Togwaggle we've had, 8 mana and a 5/5 minion. I think Hearthstone generally like to do that when they repeat cards. And he's got Battle Cry, steal the most expensive card from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. It costs 1. So my original interpretation of this card was it had the spell costing 0, which I thought was a little powerful to be able to do something incredible on top of this with just 8 mana. I think giving it that 1 extra cost means you have to wait until 9 mana to actually actively play the card, and so it's a little bit more interesting. Now, why did I actually choose this for the theme of the card? King Togwaggle, his previous iteration, stole your opponent's deck, or rather swapped your opponent's deck with yours. And he's called Heist Baron Togwaggle. We know that he's going to be called Heist Baron Togwaggle. So he's the Baron of heists. Stealing, thieving. And when you're interacting with your opponent, of course you can steal their cards. So it's a mechanic that we've seen in the card Death Grip. And I just thought this was a cool interpretation of it. I'd be really interested to hear what you think about the card in the comments below. Next up is Blast Master Boom. I believe that's what he's going to be called. So thinking along those lines of Blast Master, I've harkened back to the original version of Dr. Boom that we got. So I've given him, again, he's a 7 mana 7/7 as he was originally. And in Boom's day, of course, he was 7 mana and he granted 7 armor. So I think it's important to keep that stat line. Then he's got Battle Cry, give your minions Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to all enemies, and he himself has got Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to all enemies. I think this is a nice little card. You get the actual benefit of the Battle Cry, but if you don't have any other minions, at least you get the benefit of his own Death Rattle. I don't think it's particularly overpowered. Let's say you have a full board of 6 other minions and you're able to play this down. That's guaranteeing that you're dealing 6 damage from them. If you look at the original Dr. Boom, he summoned, what, 2? Was it 2 or 4 bots? They were each 1/1s themselves, and they could each deal 1 to 4 damage. So certainly don't think it's overpowered. If anything, it could have been give your minions Death Rattle, deal 2 damage. But what do you think, guys? Next up, Hagatha the Defiler. I'm not sure what the new Hagatha card is going to be called. I'm certainly assuming she's going to be a minion rather than an actual hero card this time round. I've given her a fairly decent stat line, 8 mana, 8/8, along the lines of Lich King. And she's got a passive power. After you summon a minion, cast a random shaman spell, that should say. Targets chosen randomly, and add a copy to your hand. So it's a really interesting minion. It gives you potentially instant play if you can get some 0 mana minions in your deck. And it also triggers off of the Shaman Hero power as well, because it is summon a minion, not play a minion. I just think it's a cool idea, and obviously I've somewhat adapted Hagatha's original hero power. And then last up, Madame Lazole. We know she's going to be the Priest Hero, so here she is, Priest Hero. I've made her 7 mana, and she only grants 3 armor, and I'll explain all of these decisions. She's got Battle Cry, summon a 2/3 Serpent, who I'll show you in a minute. She's got passive power. Whenever you discover a card, you choose from 4 options. So that's the passive power. Then here's the Serpent, Serpent of Lazul. Silence any minion damaged by this minion. And it's 2 mana 2/3, and it's got Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. So no matter what happens, even if they remove the Serpent with a spell, it's going to be silencing at least 1 enemy minion. Now, of course, you may be in a situation where your opponent doesn't have any minions that can be silenced, and that's fine. What I wanted to do is I didn't want to give too much of a sort of armor bump on Lazul, so that's why I've only given her 3 armor. She's a 7 cost card though, so I feel like they have to have an immediate impact on the board. You can't spend 7 mana and it not do anything. It doesn't feel good to play that. So that's why she does summon this quite defensive card. It's obviously quite a weak minion, but hopefully a minion that might be useful in different options. And then she's got this passive hero power of whenever you discover a card, you discover from 4 cards instead of 3. So of course the question is, what does her hero power become? That is Fortune Told, and it's discover a copy of a card from your opponent's deck or hand. So I wanted to really take the fortune teller element of this, which to me absolutely would scream discover, and it would be discovering a card from your opponent's deck. I think that's obvious. I can't see a fortune teller card not going along those lines. So I'd be surprised if Blizzard don't make the Madame Lazul card do something along these lines. And I thought making her passive power be that you discover from 4 cards instead, it gives you more options, and it allows you to view a lot of your opponent's deck, but it's still using existing mechanics available in Hearthstone. So again, guys, I'd be really interested to hear what you think about these options. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Check out the other videos on our channel. This is a gaming, let's play and crude British humour channel. So if you like a bit of British action, a bit of crude humour, please subscribe. Cheers, guys.